Good afternoon. Movement Snackers. Tuesday the 21st of April is the date stamp. It's the noonday movers. Talking to myself as usual for the first... someone's in the room. If you're watching this after and you don't want this bit, you just slide the slider and go to the bit where I say, my name is Bex Townley. At that moment, we start the movement snack. But until then, we have this preamble, this pre-broadcast broadcast where basically anything goes, anything at all. And I see who's coming in, who's waving. We do a bit of a weather check if you want to tell us what the weather's like. We have buffering reports, if there's any buffering to report. If there's any cooking to report, any muffins, any hot cross buns, anything like that, now's the time to report it. Anything else that you want to report is okay as well. Could be garden status, could be haircut status. I mean, you can see the status of my hair. If you want to report in on how desperate you are for a haircut, now's the time to do it. Ciao. Ciao, buongiorno, Italy. Bob's in, Scotland's in. I think I saw Chris from Wales. Okay, we have some reports in. We have a news flash from Korean Larrick. There's some pruning, some baking, and trying a jigsaw. Any other reports? Some which involve movement, and we've got some cognitive tasks in there as well by way of a jigsaw. George is looking very happy. Good morning. And I think we're on about a 2-minute countdown. Okay, report just in from Bristol. Planting butternut squash seeds. Thank you, Bristol. Carol from Hove is reporting newsflash. Carol from Hove is away from the stove. Hello again, Maddie. Come on, everyone, keep coming in. There's loads of room. You're joining us on our 90th celebration. We're in the 90s on our movement snacks. We just keep going. We don't care. We're going to hit 100 next week. We just keep on going. Maybe a 1-minute countdown. Looking in the mirror. Okay, Sheila, thanks for your honesty. We have a very honest report coming in from Sheila. Her hair's a disgrace. Who beats me on that front? Kate is gradually disappearing under her hair and is reporting some vegetable planting. Whether it's sunny in Yorkshire, and in Killaloe it's cloudy with a light breeze. Super sunny in Shrewsbury. On the subject of cognitive tasks, thanks Dawn for reminding me, the calendar, the iCan Active Calendar, is now available in various languages: French, Portuguese, Welsh, Greek, and something else, but I can't remember. So perhaps you could learn a new language. Who could have a look at one of the translated calendars and learn some of the exercises in a foreign language if you have the inclination? Leicester's in. Devon is in. Jane's in the bedroom looking out the window. Okay, so we have some location reports as well. I'm liking the reports. 30 seconds and we're going to do it. Good evening from Sydney. Australia in the house. Fantastic. Great to see you, Anne. Come on in. All right, I think we'll do a 3, 2, 1 and then we'll get on with it. Less of this preamble frivolity. How dare we have fun whilst preparing to move? Sorry, what is that? Largs. Largs is here. Sandra, is that a typo or something? A place called Largs? I don't know. Here we go. Serious face. 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon. My name is Bex Townley from Later Life Training. We're here on day whatever in week 5 at Movement Snack about 89. And this is the lunchtime. We're here in sunny Bedhampton in the UK, and it's our lunchtime movement snack. And in this 10 minutes, we're accumulating additional movement minutes over and above anything else you're doing. It all goes in the benefits bag, and we have a slightly different focus for each movement snack. So the menu this afternoon focuses more on functional strength activities, and I've got something new in the benefits bag for you today. So stay tuned, folks. Let's get going. Ready. Here we go. As always, pick your position. Sit or stand. I'll give you those prompts for those options. Anything in standing, make sure you have an appropriate support at an appropriate height for you. Use it throughout this initial circulation boost. So I give you the seated prompts in a moment. For now, everyone get moving, using external support in stand. Hip walk forward in the chair, and let's get the legs moving. All the arms first, whichever you want. Once we're moving, let's go through the thoughts. Let's go through the checks. Lift and open through the posture. Lengthen out of the centre. This is really going to help with breathing, with posture, with balance. All the activities of daily living require us to be really strong from the centre out. Now, more feet please, more feet, more ankles. Really get to use the ankles, articulate the feet, keep this march steady. It's just a circulation booster. One arm or 2 arms, keep going on the standing option. Here's the seated prompts. Hip walk forward, so you are doing the work. Some activity here, holding this upright, starting with the shoulder movement. One arm, other arm, bring them together when you feel you can. You might feel it's more comfortable, or to help with coordination, to bring the hands together. As and when you can, bringing in the legs also, or just focus on the legs. Together, either or. But whether you're in stand or sit, have a glance down if you need to. This can help with information to check it's going on. Really, ankles, feet and toes please, especially for this movement snack about to come. So if you need to slow that down and really get ankles, feet and toes going, please do. At the end of this circulation boosting march, we should just feel we need to take a couple of deeper breaths. Shouldn't be breathless, shouldn't be exhausted, shouldn't be struggling for breath. It's just a boost. It boosts the circulation. Our afternoon snack this afternoon is going to focus on, whether in sit or stand, some directional stepping with a little bit of a brain cognitive task as well. So just ahead of that, lift and open. Couple of shoulder rolls please from our morning routine, just to really open and lift the chest even more, because this posture position here can greatly contribute to feeling steady on feet. All right, in standing please, with support, side on, hand on for support, and the support should be about hip height please. And could you just tap your outside leg? This is the moving leg. In seated, let's go for the right. The right leg is the moving leg. Only one leg is going to move in this first task. Let's talk through it first. We're going to place the feet. We're going to step out into various directions around this arc. So just in your own time, just take a few steps around that arc. And in standing, what we're focusing on is on the forward steps, the heel goes down first. And as you move around this arc here, by the time you get to about 3 o'clock, the ball of the foot goes down first. Then anything behind is going to be the ball of the foot first. And you're really trying to find the feet. Can we just do that first? In seated, it's the same. but something a little bit different. We're only going to go round to the kind of 3 o'clock position. Planting the heel first, the trunk goes with it, and when we come out to the side, it's going to be toe down first. And can you see the whole leg comes out? If that's not an option for you in seated, if lower limb, if feet, ankles and legs is not an option, we lift up and we just use our functional reach. We use the arm instead. So the arm goes out to the same positions. I'm going a bit off shot there. Happy with that? And then we're going to turn around and do the other leg. So the focus is on stepping and being aware of where the foot is being placed. Okay, happy with that? I'm going to assume yes. Now we're going to add something to that. I'm going to add a number. It's like a clock face. So if I were to say 12 o'clock, this leg steps out to 12 o'clock and then we return back to the centre. Same in seated, it's either the heel strike here or the functional reach here. Remember, if you're reaching, we're reaching out from this hip hinge position. Buttocks stay anchored, squeeze your buttocks. Okay, so 12 o'clock is here, off we go. 1 o'clock is slightly out to the diagonal. 2 o'clock is still a heel strike. When I get to 3 o'clock, it's toes first. 4 o'clock, 5, 6 to here. Okay, I'm going to call out the numbers randomly and you're going to try to step to that number, please. Here's the checks again. Hand on for support. Focus on your foot placement, please, and keep the stride length within your capability. Feel confident with that. It's the step out and the step back that we're after. With control, mindfully placing the feet. Here we go. Are we ready? 12 o'clock. 1 o'clock. 3 o'clock. 6 o'clock. Keep going in standing. 2 o'clock. Here's the seated option. 3 o'clock. I go out of shot. 12. Now, in the chair, just take a pause, everyone. Anything after 3 o'clock in the chair, I don't want the arm going round, I don't want the leg round there. So anything after 3 o'clock is a hip walk back and a hip walk forward. Are you with me? So, in sit or stand, 12 o'clock, step and return. 2 o'clock, step and return. 4 o'clock is a hip walk in a chair, but a step back in standing. Keep going with this. 3 o'clock. Now, in standing, if you're confident, only if you're confident. If you're confident, strong and steady, you can take this down to 1 finger. I want the focus still, please, to be on this footfall and this movement out and back. So what we're doing here is transferring the body weight, whether we're in stand or in sit. The principles are the same. Let's change other legs. So take a turn, step round, step round, step round. Outside leg on the support. This is important. It's significant. So I want a really strong support on my external support and the same leg. And can you feel that this support leg is doing some work also? Now, because I've turned around, my clock face is now the other numbers. So now I've got 12 o'clock at the front, round through 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, round this way. And it's the same in seated. Are you still with me? Just checking. Let's give it a whirl. Ready? Other leg, stand up tall, everything through lifted posture. 12 o'clock is the same, heel strike first, this back heel can come off. 9 o'clock, ball of the foot down, shift the weight, push back. You can start to add some push and oomph if you want to. 7 o'clock is ball of the foot, down and back. Keep going on this. I'm going to join in on the seated options. 9 o'clock is a functional reach to the side. 8 o'clock is behind me in seated, so I need to hip walk back and hip walk forward. 11 o'clock. 10. 6, and take a pause. Okay, good, hold it there. So I'm going to give you some more information about what we've just done there and another way that you can access that type of activity if you like that. But can you see now we're combining a mental task, you're listening, you're hearing for the number, and it's random. I'm randomly asking you to step in different directions. This is life. In life, we don't consciously think about where we're going. They're random steps. We react. We have a direction of travel, but along that journey, lots of things happen that cause us to take reactive steps and different stepping. So stepping directions, what we focused on there is hip mobility, hip strength, weight transfer, so balance is in there as well. Let's crowbar in before we finish, because I posted a sit to stand hover video just before this. We've done lots of sidey stuff. Let's do a bit of up and down, okay? So let's get the big muscles here and our functional leg muscles on our backside. So let's do some sit to stand or some jockey lifts, please. So here's the seated options. It's the jockey lift and lower, or if you're happy to, the full sit to stand, and then the slow. Remember, more strength, slow. Really control. No plonking, not on my watch, okay? So just do 3 or 4, 5 or 6 of those, rest after each one, and all of this is on a really strong lifted posture. Power up to stand, we need some oomph on the way up, and if we can, hold it onto, and if you feel in the last little bit, you haven't quite got the strength, that's usual. If we can sit differently through the whole of our day, every time you sit down, I want you to think about my words in your head. Don't be a plonker. Let's not plonk, let's control it all the way down. Same with the jockey lifts. Same kind of little squeeze and control back into the chair. Okay, while I disappear, if you want to have an extra little back of thigh stretch, as we've been doing, crowbar in some heel raises and toe raises into the rest of your daisies. I'll be back at 4 p.m. for some calming, coordinated, smooth, 3-dimensional movements, plus the big stretch. I think that's it. Hip, hip, hooray. Happy 90 movement snacks to us. Hip, hip, hooray. You've just done some really good movements around hip. Ankles, feet and toes, hips, upright posture. Into your day, everyone. Back here at 4 o'clock. Keep on moving. Every movement counts. Go accumulate those minutes. Shut up, Townley. See you later. Bye.